Hello everyone, welcome back to Emstine TV. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how Ghana and Nigerian police handle domestic cases. Thanks to my returning subscribers. If you are new to the family, please do consider subscribing and joining the family. Where are we getting our information from? Our source of information is the conversation. That is where we are getting our information from. So we are going to listen on how these two police forces from two different countries, that is Ghana and Nigeria, how they handle domestic cases. We move on. Since the 1970s, feminist movement for the support of abused women under the appellation Better Women's Movement, the struggle against domestic cases has continued in Ghana. For example, National Record revealed that 1/3 of women have been victims of domestic cases. In Nigeria, 33% of women aged 15 to 49 have experienced either physical or other sort of cases in the domestic setting. Both Ghana and Nigeria enacted laws on domestic cases in 2007. They essentially criminalized domestic cases and made police involvement mandatory. Special domestic cases units were set up in the two countries' police institutions. The Domestic Cases and Victims Support Unit was created within the Ghana Police Service, while the Family Support Unit was established in the Nigerian Police Force. These units are responsible for handling domestic cases, prosecuting offenders, and providing support services for victims. These roles are critical in breaking the cycle of violence. They should instill confidence in victims and promote the rights of women by showing that domestic cases is unacceptable and will be punished. Several studies have examined police interventions in domestic cases by looking at the trend in domestic cases, report to police, and the role of police in victims' access to justice. These studies have established very low reportage of domestic violence to the police. They also found that a lack of police commitment hinders victims' access to justice, but one aspect has been largely unexplored: police culture, specifically its masculinity and how it is implicated in domestic cases interventions. As a result, we set out to study the way the police in Ghana and Nigeria handle domestic cases and victims. In particular, we look at manifestation of police masculinity and its impact. Policing domestic cases. We found that although the domestic cases law in Ghana and Nigeria aim to improve the well-being of domestic cases victims, the masculinized culture of the police impeded their success and complicated plot of domestic cases victims. By masculinized culture, we mean traits such as force, aggression, dominance, violence, and strength, which are valued and celebrated in the police force. We found that these traits were continually upheld as the ideal police officer trait. Both men and women in the unit displayed this characteristic. Police masculinity. The research was conducted in 6 police domestic cases unit in Accra, Ghana, and Lagos, Nigeria. We conducted interviews with female victims of domestic cases, police officers who handled domestic cases, and social workers with experience of police work in handling domestic cases. The study revealed that the masculine culture of police was evident even in the training content for recruits in both the Ghanaian and Nigerian police forces. Police personnel told us their training aimed to instill qualities such as vigor, strength, discipline, toughness, braveness, and assertiveness. A police officer said the training comprised parade, fatigue, bodybuilding, jungle training, early morning rising, lecture, and handling of guns. There was no training on how to handle domestic cases or gender issues. Although domestic cases was part of police work, some training on handling domestic cases was offered after a couple of years, but was organized mainly by non-governmental organizations. Some of the policemen we interviewed said the training they eventually received on domestic cases had made them more empathic, human, patient, sensitive, and supportive of women. We noted that the police generally viewed domestic cases as a crime involving only women. As a result, the domestic cases unit in the two police institutions were considered the feminine arm, the women unit of the police. The billboard, flyers, and posters in the domestic cases unit featured female characters and reinforced the idea that domestic cases was only about women victims seeking redress against the male violators. This was a hindrance to male victims who needed police help. The study also revealed that the domestic cases unit were under-resourced when compared with the anti-robbery and counter-terrorism unit. Little attention was given to the unit in terms of training. We found that police officers were often unwelcoming and unfriendly to victims. Some of them got irritated by the victim's presence and display of vulnerability. They often blamed, insulted, or mocked victims and sometimes ordered them out of their office. The findings of the study revealed that about 40% of victims abandoned their cases after the initial report. In follow-up interviews, the victims indicated this was as a result of police hostility towards them. Victims said they found the police station a hostile environment filled with tension. They also revealed they felt more traumatized after their encounter with police, which made them less willing to seek police assistance again. We found that police officers shielded other police officers who committed domestic cases offenses. Those accused of abuse were barely investigated. Also noteworthy was a lack of psychosocial support for victims, intervention priorities, criminality with minimal or no regard for the emotional well-being of victims. Emotional address was considered a feminine trait. What must be done in the Nigerian and the Ghana police force? The practices of most police institutions in Ghana and Nigeria have reduced their ability to protect abused women, enforce the domestic cases laws, and promote the rights of women. The Ghanaian and the Nigerian police should restructure police training and rework its curriculum. Gender sensitivity and effective handling of domestic cases courses and modules should be taught in police college. Also, training on domestic cases should be made a compulsory part of police training. This will greatly reduce the stereotypical views on gender, minimize masculinized performance, and improve police skills in handling domestic cases. Thanks for watching. If you do like the video, please do subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and everybody's points of view are highly appreciated. Information was gotten for the conversation. Thanks so much. Till next video, stay blessed. Love you all.